Greetings, Scorpio and Scorpio rising. This is your Western forecast for 2025. This year, every single planet is changing signs. That's going to create a lot of unsettledness, but all these planets are going to be in the outer planets that impacts us, society, it's life-changing. They're all going to be in harmony with each other, and we're going to start really feeling it and getting a sense of the positive directions by July and August 2025. But let's start with, and the previous video entitled 2025, A Paradigm Shift, I wanted to first address all the fear, because we're going to bring the temperature down and bring more community together. Now, Pluto's a 20-year cycle, so it's going to take time, but it's shifting now because Pluto is now in Aquarius. In basic astrology, Aquarius is the sign of friendship, brotherhood, the humanitarian, the global village. And Pluto is once every about 243 years. Pluto is all this profound, deep transformation moving through Aquarius. So it's a big shift of consciousness to bring the world more into a global village, more community, more brotherhood. Like I said, it takes time, but that's where the shifting energies are moving for the next 2 decades. Now, before I look at the Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, and these larger planetary events that are life-changing, changing society in many ways, and this is once in a lifetime. But before I look at the bigger picture of how it could be impacting you for at least the next decade, I want to look to the specifics, the individual. What are you dealing with personally right now? So Mars is the aggressive, assertive warrior planet. It's retrograde from December the 6th till February the 23rd. In Cancer, Cancer is a water sign, so it's more compatible with Scorpio, a water sign. Mars will go direct, releasing its pent-up frustrations and being more focused and more clear about your objectives. With 9th house matters, because Mars in Cancer is 9 signs past Scorpio. That starts to open up, moving more favorably February the 23rd till April the 17th. Now, the Saturn is the planet of stability, of structure, of discipline. And I'm bringing it up because Saturn's in Pisces, a water sign. You're Scorpio, you're a water sign. Mars, the first 3.5 months, is in Cancer, a water sign. So the Saturn is going to help bring support and discipline and focus for the Mars to achieve its objective with 9th house matters. It may be kind of delayed and frustrated until it goes direct February the 23rd, but the Saturn is keeping you from giving up. So Mars is very aggressive, assertive, ambitious energy, and it's triggering the 9th house matters for these first 3.5 months. It starts off sluggish because of the retrograde, but the Saturn is supporting it. 9th house, marketing, publishing, media, online business, traveling. So that's, and if you're involved in any kind of legal issue, which is the 9th house, the Saturn, as long as you're innocent, you will be protected. Now, before I now zoom out and look at these larger, more life-changing transits, if you enjoy these videos and would like to see more of them, click like and subscribe. And don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can receive the latest postings. Now, I'm going to start small because Venus is moving into the 6th and joining Neptune and Saturn, who are moving into the 6th. All right. Venus is the planet of relationships and love and harmony and desire. But every year and a half, Venus retrogrades, testing relationships, reevaluating relationships. This is March the 1st till April the 11th. But Venus is retrograding and testing in your 6th house, as Aries is 6 signs past Scorpio. The 6th house is about work, your work skills, your co-workers, your day-to-day work routine. Those are all the qualities we look to for the 6th house. But the 6th house is also where we look to for health matters, for diet and exercise and self-improvement. So with the retrograde, that could be a time of really readjusting and reevaluating your diet and health issues, but also your job. Are you happy with your job? And so you might be testing and reevaluating, do you want to be in this job? So that's March through April the 11th. But on April the 1st, Neptune is going into Aries, joining Venus, which is like hanging out there very briefly, from April the 1st to October the 22nd. Now, if Neptune was all alone, without any positive support, and I'm about ready to tell you it has a lot of positive support, but Neptune by itself can be very nebulous, uncertain, foggy, unfocused energy. Moving into the 6th, April the 1st to October 22nd, giving us a preview as it then retrogrades back into Pisces to finish up any unfinished business. And in February 2026, it's back into Aries until 2039. So that Neptune could be bringing in a certain amount of unfocused, unsure energies about your job. Often Neptune can trigger a lot of transitional energies, but it could also be impacting health issues. And with the Neptune, could be this weakening transitional energies, but it's being very favorably supported by Pluto, an air sign in Aquarius, Uranus in July going into Gemini, an air sign, and all supporting Neptune in Aries, a fire sign, because fire and air are very supportive with each other. Now, Saturn is going into Aries, into your 6 of work and health, on May the 24th, just till September the 1st, retrogrades back into Pisces, bringing any closure to those lessons. And then February the 20th, 2026, it's back into Aries, aligning with your Neptune, which is a Neptune-Saturn conjunction, happens every 36 years. And if it didn't have the very positive support of Pluto and Uranus, the Neptune-Saturn in the 6th could bring in health issues, could bring in a lot of confusion and disappointments with your job or with coworkers. But that's the dark side. But you have all this really positive support from Pluto and Uranus, and also Saturn, because Pluto and Uranus are supporting Saturn. If it was just Saturn, Saturn would be bringing in this restrictions, this fear, this contraction, but but the best of Saturn is trying to come through, which is responsibility, commitment, being focused. So Neptune can represent the dream, the vision. And Saturn, when it's aligned with Neptune in this positive flow of energy, Saturn can make your vision and dream look real and possible. It can manifest and develop your dreams, your vision. In the sixth house, that could be getting involved for the next several years to achieve maybe some lifelong goals with health care, helping or volunteering, helping those in need, because the sixth house also deals with service. But when I see that powerful Neptune Saturn manifesting your dreams and vision in the sixth, I also start thinking about starting to develop your own business, because that sixth house is all this work energies. Now, Jupiter is that planet of prosperity, expansiveness, optimism. It's been in Gemini since the end of May 2024 till June the 9th, 2025. Jupiter in Gemini had been transiting your 8th house. The 8th house can represent financial gifts and loans and investments, inheritance, settlements. So you could be getting there's a lot of luck with, that's the Jupiter, with financial matters, that's the 8th house, once every 12 years. But June the 9th, now the Jupiter moves into Cancer for 1 year till June the 30th, 2026. And Jupiter, prosperous, optimistic Jupiter in Cancer, a water sign, compatible with Scorpio, a water sign. Now remember I said Mars, being disciplined and focused by Saturn in a positive way, was trying to achieve some really important goals that Mars always wants to do with 9th house matters the first 3.5 months of 2025. And some of the 9th house goals is higher education, teaching, marketing, online business. Now, Jupiter, come June the 9th for 1 year, is moving into Cancer into the 9th house. So it's bringing the rewards, starting to bring in the success of what you were trying to set up the first 3.5 months of 2025. From teaching to publishing to marketing, all that 9th house. Lots of travel also, because Jupiter is the traveling planet. The 9th house is also the traveling house. And you put those two together, there might be a lot more traveling or more long distance or international traveling. Then we have Uranus, progressive, innovative, technical Uranus, moving into Gemini July the 7th, first time in 84 years until November the 7th, giving us a preview, retrograding back into Taurus, and then in 2026 goes back into Gemini till 2033. Uranus in Gemini is very compatible because Gemini is the sign of communications, of learning, of ideas. And Uranus is about thinking out of the box. It's that progressive, futuristic, technological energies. So Uranus in Gemini is in 8 signs past Scorpio, because you're the first, almost over 5 months. Expansive lucky Jupiter has been in your 8th. Financial gifts and joint ventures, business partnerships. Now, Uranus is moving into the 8th, once every 84 years. I always like to think of Uranus that can bring surprises, the unexpected. And in the 8th house, you could come into, now this is going to be there for about 7 years. And the Uranus is very favorably supported by Pluto and Saturn and Neptune. The 8th house deals with financial gifts. And so Uranus could trigger winning the lottery, could trigger unexpected windfalls of money, unexpected inheritance, unexpected windfalls of money from a settlement. And with Jupiter in the 9th, the 9th and Jupiter, as well as education and traveling, can also be very favorable for legal matters. So if you're caught up in any kind of litigation, you could come into a settlement or a windfall of money with that Uranus in your 8th house. Now, to wrap all this up, the Pluto in Aquarius brings community together for the next 20 years, so that's a good thing. But Aquarius is 4 signs past Scorpio. So all this profound transformational energy is dealing with your 4th house sector of home, family, and real estate. So there could be major life changes within the family or going into real estate. Let's stop there for a minute, because with that Saturn-Neptune conjunction in the 6th, you're learning new job skills. You could be starting up a new business. And here's Uranus, progressive Uranus in the 8th. The 8th for the next 7 years, the 8th is banking and escrows and mortgages and financial gifts. So with Pluto, and Pluto is your ruling planet, so you're really feeling it very personally, in the 4th, you could go into the business of real estate. And you would do overall very well over these next several years. So I want to thank you for watching. If you like information on how to book an astrology reading or to check out my 2-question offer, visit my website at gardino.co. That's .co. Until next year, be safe and well.